Welcome to EPiC, aka Evil Partners in Crime, where the only crime is having the same first and last name. That's right. I'm Jason Groves, and with us today we have
Teddy Westside,
Shamil Megji,
Joseph Groves,
Ethan Hunt,
Christian Hunt.
That's right, we've got the Hunt brothers, ladies and gentlemen, much like the Jonas brothers, but with no talent. All right, so we're gonna talk. It's true. It's true.
It's hilarious.
They're Hunt brothers. Okay, all right, or the brothers Hunt, like the brothers Grimm, but not really. They have no magical powers either.
Yeah, I would rather be
macabre.
the Brothers Grimm than the Jonas Brothers. I can tell you that.
Well, you've got the hair. I mean,
you
like
got some
really
pretty epic hair.
Yes, and the
fashion.
the shirt, which
Damn.
we'll post a picture of the shirt because you got to see this thing. It's unbelievable.
Our descriptions for Ethan are just dapper as fuck.
Dapper
He's our dandy.
He's a dandy.
He is our dandy.
Yes.
He's the epic dandy.
I went for like Asian pop star today.
That's pretty close. You pretty much pulled it off. Well done.
He has.
Fantastic.
All right. So our crime of the day today was having the same first and last name. Now, we thought of this because of a very particular reason, and I know that Shamil wanted to bring this up. So Shamil, what were you talking about earlier on?
It was we were talking about shitty video game movies, which we'll get into later.
Okay.
And one of Joe's that he brought up
was the Mario Brothers movie.
And let me guess what your favorite like thing out of that. Hi, I'm Mario.
And my name's Luigi Mario.
Like, it is the worst fucking line, but it's so funny.
My favorite part is that the receptionist actually expresses the exact same thing everybody else felt, which is, what? And they all stop and he's like, what? And he goes, yeah, Mario and Luigi Mario, the Mario Brothers. Mario
and Luigi Mario.
TM.
I mean, it's so true.
TM, trademark. Luigi Mario trademark.
It's so trashy, but it's so funny. Just like the ridiculousness.
Which brought us into thinking about all the other characters that we know of. And there's probably thousands of them that we don't know of that have the same first and last name, and how ridiculous every single one of them sounds.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Okay, so the first one that I thought of right off the top of my head was Duran, who was one of the characters in Barbarella, which was a movie with Jane Fonda in it in the 1970s, where you got to see Jane Fonda nude, which was something that everybody really wanted to see at that time. So it was pretty cool. We've also got, from Star Wars, we've got Jar Jar.
And what a load of crap that character is.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, that's not his first and last name, though.
No,
it's Jar Jar Binks.
Yeah, it is Jar Jar Binks, but...
Everyone calls him Jar Jar, right?
Everybody calls him Jar Jar,
That's
right?
because it's his first name.
Well, I mean,
I don't know, man.
Mr. Binks.
Mr. Binks?
That's his... No, Mr. Binks is my...
to Washington?
It sounds like a fucking clown.
That's pretty much what he is. He's a pretty fucking clowny character.
Okay, now Richie Rich, I mean, even though it's rich and rich, it's still Richie Rich. It's still got both those terms in it, so yeah.
Dick, right?
Yeah. Boo Boo.
Boo Boo from Yogi
and
Bear.
Boo Boo, yeah.
Honey
Hey,
Boo
boo boo.
All right, and we got...
Shut your mouth. That show's gone now. Okay, it's
Yeah.
gone. We don't talk about Honey Boo Boo.
Rest in peace.
We don't talk about
I
Honey
go to the
Boo Boo
grave every
anymore.
day.
Honey Boo
I
Boo
lay
is
down.
done.
Where is that grave, Ethan?
I lay down a jar of Nutella.
That's the chicken nuggets.
Oh, man. I don't know what that refers to, because all of a sudden I'm thinking of, like, fish fingers and custard, and
Hey, you know what? It's fair.
You could
Everything is a
put
Doctor
the
Who
you could
reference.
put the
I'll allow it.
chicken into the Nutella.
You ever tried that?
No.
I haven't either. I assume it's disgusting.
I don't know, man.
Not if you're Honey Boo Boo.
We already went for groceries, so sorry, Joe.
Yeah.
We do have Nutella and chicken. I could totally do that.
I mean, I can make
All right, so three more that are actually quite interesting. Okay, Wilson, who was on Home Improvement.
The guy you never saw anything below his nose.
Yeah, his first name was Wilson, his last name was Wilson.
Which I never got until later on, like going back and looking at the show again. I never really realized that.
Yeah.
I mean, he's kind of a weird character because he's always on that side of the fence. He's always like, you don't see any other part of him.
I think he was completely nude from.
Yeah, that's what I'm like. He's gonna be wearing no pants or something, but like. He's an odd
I think that
character.
was the thing. He was being signed in, and they're like, "Hey, you're okay with playing this character?" And he's like, "Yeah, but remember, in my contract, it's not saying I would never wear pants on set." And he's like, "Oh,
We can deal with that.
We can deal with that. I can figure that out. I can figure something out for that."
And much like Boo Boo, we've got Tintin.
Yeah.
You never heard his last name.
Originally a comic and then a cartoon as well.
Yes,
great
absolutely.
character.
Like Jar Jar Binks, that could be his first name.
Yeah.
Well, Tintin doesn't have a last name.
It doesn't
that's
have a
the
last
thing.
name.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, all right. And then from the novel as well as the 2 films, I think there's only been 2 films. We've got Humbert.
I believe you're
Was
correct.
this from Lolita?
That is
I
probably
believe you're
the
correct.
weirdest name.
It is
Humbert.
Humbert.
Like, not only did you have 2 of them, but just
You were
like even
already-
one of them was
Yeah,
already
do that
bad.
to their
At
child,
least almost
right?
everybody else's name is like one syllable.
So here's the,
like,
here's
short
the
enough.
correlation. Since Humbert came before any of the rest of these, does that mean that every single one of these things is a child molester?
It's a fucking Illuminati scam.
Oh, okay, Jim Carrey already done
Hey,
that.
no, Ethan, we don't talk about the Illuminati on the podcast.
Oh yeah, sorry.
If you're listening, don't worry about it. Your secret's safe.
He doesn't know what he's talking about.
And last but not least, the best one, which we didn't even think about until we read about it online, is South Park. Tweak,
Oh, right.
Tweak's last name is Tweak.
Is it Tweak Tweak?
He's a Tweak.
Like, great.
He's Tweak.
I hadn't realized it until Jason told me. I was like, "You're joking, right?" He's like, "No, here's the page right
Yeah,
here."
exactly. Yeah, and in the video game, if you remember too, there was Tweak's
it was the
Coffee. It
Tweak's
was Mr.
Coffee
and Mrs.
Shop.
Tweak, but they call
yeah.
him Tweak as his first name. His parents even call him Tweak, so it's like he's Tweak. There you go. I don't know. All right.
Do you think
Like
that's
a
his
derpy
actual
bird.
first name?
Did you ever play
Yeah,
that?
exactly.
Did you ever play that game? Did you? That was the whole
Stick of
point.
Truth?
Yeah,
Stick of
where you
Truth?
went to you went to go get their ingredients for their Tweak coffee, and you just went into like a meth head area.
Oh, yeah.
and you got
Oh, yeah.
you got an achievement or a trophy for wearing a goatee and a bald cap
Oh, yeah.
and glasses and going in because you look just like
Walter
Walter White
White.
and
Nice.
beating the shit out of the meth addicts. And then I think the trophy was called "I'm the one who knocks."
Yeah,
Like, it's
the
like
one who
The one
knocks.
who knocks is fucking. I was like,
Damn.
thanks, Breaking Bad reference.
Well, we're actually going to call this this particular podcast Bigger, Longer, and Uncut. Because it's bigger, it's going to be longer, and it'll be uncut, much like our first one. So, nevertheless, circumcisions for everybody. Yay! Nobody cheered but me. All right. Now, of course, we have our 2 guests with us. We have the Hunt brothers, and
That's me.
much like our first podcast,
it's not me.
we always.
Are you defecting right now?
I'm done. I can't do this.
I'm breaking
I am
character.
no more part of your family. I am now Christian Mario.
I'm now Ethan.
Christian Mario. Ethan. And
That's
Christian
your
Mario.
next
Ethan,
gamer
The
tag.
next name tag.
Ethan.
Yeah.
Ethan. I bet
All right,
that's
so
not taken.
in our first podcast we discussed our gamer tags because everybody has a specific one. There's a reason why you chose it. Usually has a story behind it. So we want to know what is up with your 2 gentlemen's gamer tags.
You
we'll start
don't
with-
need to. You don't need to mention Headshot 2007 because I mentioned that in the last one,
Fantastic.
and
Yes.
so that's perfectly fine.
Okay.
Okay, all right. So we'll start off with the younger brother, Ethan. What is your gamer tag and what's the story behind it?
Well, my current one is EPiC, and that was because I was trying to figure out a new name after, because I play a lot of League of Legends. My old name was The God Fizz, but then I got really tired of that character, so then I was like, I gotta try something else. So Obelisk was taken, so I thought the next coolest thing would either be Abelisk with an A or EPiC with an E, so I chose EPiC.
Are we,
Well,
do
makes
we,
sense,
do
it's
we
his
skip
first
over
character.
all those hosts?
hosts? Yeah, what happened to all those hosts?
Well, I mean, that's not my current one now, is it?
no.
Well, we'll talk about this, I guess, and it kind of makes sense because Ebelisk being E for Ethan,
Yeah.
right? It kind of makes
Yeah.
sense. But if you want to kind of just touch on all of those hosts.
All those hosts.
All those hoes.
All those hosts was me and Ethan.
Little known
Ethan
fact,
and
I just so happened to be all those hoes. Every single one of them.
Every
Uh,
I used to have a song on my iPod. Don't even remember what this song was called. Not gonna lie.
oh, I
And
have
there's
it on my Groove Shark.
Do you
somewhere.
have it now?
Yeah, I
And
do.
there's a part of the song where somebody goes like,
It's
"I'm
called
not.
Candy.
We're not gonna. Yeah, Candy. She's not like all those hoes." And I was
She
like,
said,
and-
follow me, I know where I'm going.
Yeah,
I'm not messed up like all those hoes.
So I
That's me.
Single coming soon.
So she's not messed up like Ethan is.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
I said
Yeah.
Ethan.
I was like, this was in a classroom setting. I was the 3rd kid down.
and I was like, Ethan, you're all those hoes, and
Yeah.
you were like, I am all those hoes.
I am. I
And
just
then
so happen to
every
be.
name after
Every
that was
single
all
one.
those hoes, and then you contacted League, and they told
Oh,
you your name
yeah.
was.
I was all those hoes on League of Legends, but then after contacting them over a glitch that was happening with my client, they're like, oh, by the way, you can't be all those hoes. I was like, fuck.
But I am.
I am literally, it's like it was if my name was like white person. It's like they took that away from me. So then it was like, I thought maybe if it was like a computer on the other end, I could fuck with it. And I like leet speaked it. And it's like still all those hosts, but there's like 4s and shit in there. And then the guy's like, no, you can't do that. It's like, he said, offer me 3. I had 3 different versions of all those hosts. And he's like, no. God damn. So then I was like, I couldn't think of any. People offered to me, be like, oh, do all those hosts, but instead of hose, HOES, do hose, HOSE. I was like, no.
How do you know anything?
It wouldn't be the same name. It's
all those gardening equipment.
You know, if you read that incorrectly, that'd be alt hose hose.
Alt hose hose?
Alt hose hose.
Yeah.
The alternate hose hose channel.
I just thought
Yeah.
It would be alt
Yeah.
hose hose.
After that, I was like, I just had to think of all these like lame bullshit names. And I ended with origami backs. That was about it. Origami box, but
Well,
just
well,
I can't say
Well,
box.
can I say that I'm glad that you settled on EPiC because the rest of those.
He was origami box for a while.
For a long time.
For a long time. Long time.
Okay. All right. Now, Christian, you have an unusual gamer name as well, and I actually don't know the origin of this one at all.
I thought you were the one who was there with him.
It was just shits and giggles, wasn't it?
I don't remember why.
It was the
you chose
first PlayStation ID that I made because I
Didn't have
the
one.
first one was on Xbox,
Yeah.
and then we didn't
Demon
play any other
2007.
kind of online game after that
Mhm.
until the PS3, and that's when I can't remember why I thought of it, but I just put it in
He's like, yeah.
all capital letters, Explosion of Doom, and it was available.
What are the odds?
That
Convenient.
is bizarre, man.
You know what's weird though? Is that name was taken on League of Legends.
Yeah, it was.
Some guy was playing
Somebody
against you
saw
on PlayStation.
me with that name.
It's like,
and they're
damn,
like,
that's a
a
good
good
name."
idea.
I'm gonna make a new account.
Mine.
Yeah.
So on League of Legends, you had to change the L to an I, so it's
Yeah.
now
Explosion.
As close as possible.
original.
Explosion of Doom.
Explosion.
Explosion.
You're going to
That'd be
experience.
Arrow song. That'd be a whole song.
Well, of course, the PS3 then became the PS4, and Far Cry 3 became Far Cry 4, which was released today. So let's talk about this game, Joseph.
Elephants.
Elephants.
All the elephants.
Elephants and rotorcopters and shit.
Hang
We were
gliders.
supposed to go pick it up today. Unfortunately, due to complications, didn't grab it. I'm grabbing it tomorrow.
Okay.
But today I didn't get it, so I don't actually get to play it tonight.
Guess who has their copy ID?
Shut your goddamn mouth.
I'm gonna play Dragon Age.
So he got it and another game at the same time, so he's not even gonna play it. But you know, we don't
Dragon.
have.
I've been waiting for Dragon Age.
We
for
don't have two
so
Xbox
damn long,
Ones, but
like,
whatever.
Baby dragon.
But
Are we gonna get into this right now? Let's do
no,
it.
we're not. No,
We're
we're
not
not.
doing this.
We're not doing that. We're not making.
Teddy's like, I'm
so-
gonna kill you guys.
Far Cry 4, there was something you were mentioning to me the other day about the fact that it has like share play, and do
Yeah.
we
Oh, yeah.
actually know what this is and how it
Yeah,
works?
so SharePlay is actually really, really cool. Unfortunately, Ethan can't play with us because his internet's too slow.
Ah,
But-
yeah. it's
Oh,
garbage.
wow.
Yeah.
we
Shots.
figured it out.
Low
It's
blow.
what SharePlay lets you do is play as if you're playing two players on the same screen in the same household, but across consoles, but
Cross-
not multiplayer,
PSN.
but using one disc. Yeah, UPSN. So
Still waiting for Xbox.
So I can while playing, contact Teddy and be like, "Hey Teddy, join my party. Let's do SharePlay. We'll play Far Cry 4." And it runs off of me. It runs off my disc. As long as my internet's fast enough, me and Teddy can play split screen multiplayer. I don't know if when you're playing SharePlay, it split screens it on both screens.
Or
I
would it
don't
just have-
like.
That'd be
or-
bullshit.
Like it would be,
That would be
right?
kinda
It would be
stupid.
kind of dumb. But I don't know if it does that because it could be like a programming thing to do with like you're sharing it so he's just controlling this player.
So it's like
through your console and you're playing
projecting a
split
screen to another.
Yeah, I mean instead he's not like streaming it straight to him. He's like watching us play it and he's controlling the second
He's
character.
just got one
So
part
it
of
is
the
streaming
input.
it directly to him.
Yeah, but that's not how that works.
Yeah, it is.
Whatever.
It's just
Well,
like
we'll find out tomorrow.
Yeah, when I pick it up and then immediately send it to Teddy. Be like,
So,
Teddy,
so
let's
feel
play
free
Teddy. Shut up,
if
Teddy.
you're going to add any comments to this podcast to let us know exactly how the hell that works.
Also, if you think of any double names, put that in the comments as well. We
Yes.
want to know them. We'll pick the best one that we think of, and we'll feature you next week.
That's for sure. Now, earlier on, we were talking about the fact that Super Mario Brothers or Mario Brothers was one of the worst video game movies ever.
Oh my god.
Ever.
Did you see the Koopas?
Bob
in that movie?
Hoskins, John Leguizamo. I'm so sad.
It was bad.
It was really bad. The
And
Koopas, they were dinosaurs.
That
They
guy
weren't
that
even.
played Bowser. Oh my god. That hair is worse than Ethan's on a bad day.
My hair is always bad.
Well, I was trying to give you.
All right, so let's just zing around the table here and see if anybody can choose another movie that was a video game that was turned into a movie that is just as, if not as horrible as Super Mario Brothers. Christian, name one.
Don't take mine. I'll be mad.
Well, okay. What do you have?
I can't think of one off the
we
bat,
can
but
come back.
I know that there was talk of making DMC into a movie, which is not a good idea.
I think they scrapped that a while back.
They
I mean,
did have the anime for it, though.
The
didn't
anime
they?
was good.
No,
Like,
it's not the same thing.
No, it was-
DMC, not Devil
Oh,
May
the
Cry.
actual, the new
Yeah.
one? Oh,
I think
weird.
they might have just kind of went, we're not sure about that. I don't know. I'm not sure.
It was like years from now.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
It's
still a
possible.
bad
All
idea.
right, we'll
Yeah,
come
it's
back
still
to
bad.
Christian then. Ethan, what's yours?
Mortal Kombat?
Which one?
Oh.
Which one? There's two. There's
Oh,
three.
I don't know the names of them, but
There's
like
Mortal-
one of them
Mortal-
is like the
Mortal
dude
Kom-
like goes to another
Okay, so
universe.
MK1 was okay. 2 was, I think,
They
Armageddon.
were all crap. What are you talking about?
Well, MK1 was okay.
It was not okay.
It was okay.
When did you watch it? When you were like fucking 8 years old?
I've watched it actually a couple times. I think I have it on my computer.
Have you watched it like you know?
Recent- like
have
the
you
last
been
5
like?
years? No.
Have you sat outside on the deck by yourself for a little while, going like before you watched it each
I
time?
don't understand that reference. So can you explain that to me?
Oh, Doom!
Doom.
You didn't talk about Doom.
Yeah, Doom was like the only good part of that movie was the last bit where he was in FPS. Spoiler alert.
Yeah.
That was,
But
that
that
was great,
was-
but the rest of that movie was
Like the
oh,
rest of it, like it wasn't even the same thing.
No.
Yeah.
No.
No, it was pretty crap.
I actually
MK2 was worse. Though.
avoided
honestly.
watching that movie.
Armageddon was like way worse than the first.
Okay, Shamil, it's not your turn. Joseph.
Alone in the Dark.
Oh, you picked mine.
God, I watched that. There's like supposed to be a scene where there's a fight going on, but it is supposed to be so dark in the room that you can't see anything. So all you see is the flashes of the gunfire, which is lazy editing for we couldn't figure out how to choreograph a fight scene. So we just made the screen flash and see people's faces over and over again and call that action. It's garbage. It's absolute shit movie.
That could be cool to like add somewhere in a fight scene.
Yeah, maybe.
But not all.
But
of
not
it.
the
it's a
whole
whole
movie.
fight scene. Every movie is like bang bang. Every part of it. What I'm actually disappointed about is there's in the new game that they came out with, Alone in the Dark, which is still also terrible. This was not very good at all. There's
But did you hear they're remaking the film?
Oh, God.
are they? Oh
Yes.
no.
So we'll have to see what that turns out
But
like.
there's, I still want my favorite line. I wish my favorite line had been in that, which is the part where Edward realizes that he's immortal and he's been alive for 1,000 years, but he never really like, he just figures it out, and he figures it out through like a stupid ambulance database, which apparently has a file on him from 1,000 years ago. It's like, oh, he somehow died 1,000 years ago, and his line is just, he just looks at the camera and he goes, oh, I'm over 1,000 years old. It's just like the worst. And he says it just like that. And he's like, oh, he's so stunned. I'm 1,000 years old.
We're just like, we know that.
Edward Carnby, 1,000 years old.
And he said it like Batman?
Yeah,
Just
he did.
like that?
He actually, he's got the gruffest, like, awful voice. I'm over 1,000 years old.
Wasn't it Christian Slater who was in that?
I
think it was
I
Christian
might
Slater.
have been.
Is that
I
it?
don't remember.
yeah, I believe it might have been. Yeah.
God, it was shit. Oh, okay. All right.
Um,
Shamil.
Me, it is a bit of a guilty pleasure because I still like this movie, but it is pretty bad. It's Street Fighter.
Street Fighter.
It's a guilty pleasure. I enjoy that movie because Van Damme and Raul Julia, but fuck, that movie's so bad.
Did you see the game based off the movie?
Yeah, I
The
have.
Street Fighter 2, the movie, the game. They
And
so
they
they
were
I
doing
hate
another one
those
based-
titles so
like,
much.
yeah, they remade
the game.
They
Movie, the
remade
game.
so Street Fighter 2 is made into a movie, and then they made that movie into a game. So
Yeah.
they superimposed all the characters instead of being like their actual regular people. They did 3D models of the fucking
Of
the
actors,
actors?
So, yeah.
and put that in. So you have like Blanca, who's supposed to be a big muscly green dude. Instead, it's just like some dude with red spiky hair crouched over and be like, nah,
God damn it.
it's awful.
Biggest pile of crap.
It is so, and it plays way worse. Like they didn't even use the same engine; they just made it shit.
Okay. We gotta move on to Teddy
Like I
West
said,
side
guilty
here.
pleasure, but it's
Yeah.
still a bad movie.
Street Fighter. Okay, cool. Teddy West side.
I would say Resident Evil.
Okay.
The real life movies ones.
Some
The
of the later
animated
ones.
ones.
Yeah,
The animated ones
okay.
are really good. But like 1 and 2 I enjoyed, but after that it was like, You're
just kind of went
like,
down.
No, stupid. Go,
Yeah.
leave.
Like 6 was like Afterlife. I think the newest one was like it just
Yeah,
like
it
it
was
went
like,
nowhere.
fuck yeah.
It literally went nowhere, and I was like,
They could have cut it off at 2 pretty much.
I liked Nemesis.
Nemesis. Yeah, he was in.
Yeah, he was
2.
one.
He was in. Well, he was at the end of 1 and then the middle of 2
Yes.
because.
Yeah, because
And then
Nemesis
I
is a
guess they can
badass.
allow 3, but
Wow.
like the latest ones, and
No.
they are making another one, which
Oh my
honestly.
where are they getting the money for this? That's my question.
No,
Like,
it's because the director is married to what's her face.
Mila
he just wants-
Jovovich.
Yeah, and he just
And
wants
they're
to
just
show
having
her
a
boobs
kid as well. That's why they
all the
delayed
time.
it, right?
And God bless him for that. I'm gonna pick Battlefield because it was a game and they made it into a movie, and it was crap.
Because it was so unrelated.
Battlefield, the game, the movie.
I haven't seen the
the
game.
the movie.
Well, what was worse was when the credits come up right off the beginning and it goes Hasbro. I was like, this is just wrong already.
Oh God.
Well,
man.
Resident Evil reminds me of also Silent Hill.
The Silent Hill movie was not terrible.
No.
What was really
But the last one was.
Yes, the last one was.
yeah, it was.
That one was bad.
The first one was not that bad. The weird thing about the first one that actually really confused me was the girl's name in the game is Cheryl, and for some reason in the whole movie they just changed the girl's name to Sharon. No reason.
I don't-
Like they just
yeah.
did. Like and
Cheryl's
they,
a dumb name.
like they couldn't use the name Cheryl, so they're like
Cheryl's a bad
Cheryl. It's you know what I think actually happened. They're all sitting around a room and they're like everybody's like, yeah, okay, so we'll make it sort of about the game, and we'll make it instead of the guy, it'll be a girl chasing it because girls are more susceptible to horror because the guy would just bash the shit out of things with a hammer, and the woman's gonna freak out and run away from all the monsters. So you're like, but what was the daughter's name again? And this guy in the back goes, it was Sharon, I think. And people go,
Like, oh, yeah, right.
Sounds about
They
right.
write the whole script as Sharon, and nobody ever corrects it. There's like the dude in the back who actually played the game, and he's like, guys, I think it was...
No, I said
just
Cheryl.
Get the fuck out!
out the window.
Done already.
It's done already.
I'm not
but-
Find and
correcting all
replace
that
it.
shit.
Find and replace it. No, we can't. It's not done.
We don't have the technology.
All right, so here's a game that we were talking about again in our first podcast that could actually and might very well become a movie at some point in time, and that's Evolve.
Oh yeah.
And there's been some interesting news about Evolve today. I don't know who brought it up.
Ethan.
Me!
Ethan, yes.
Because I'm the pro monster.
Yes.
I
We talked about
follow
this,
the
too.
Evolve.
Ethan Rex shop as the monster.
Yeah, we
Aha.
did talk about you playing Evolve at our house for
Oh.
like
A week.
over 20 hours.
I'm
Pretty
popular.
much of just the Evolves.
So what's going on with Evolve then?
Well, they've started to release the new characters that are coming off because each class is going to have 3 different characters that you can choose from.
Okay.
So far, the first one that they released was the 3rd Trapper. Unfortunately, I don't remember what his name is, but rather than using harpoons like the other 2 trappers do, he uses slow grenades. Which they're not so much. I think they're less of slow grenades and they're meant to be like a gravity grenade because when you throw them at the Kraken while he's flying, it basically like sucks him to the ground.
Okay, so it grounds him. Okay.
Yeah, so it's like
sounds like
he's a good
gravity.
one.
Yeah. It sounds
Yeah.
like a gravity.
It's like he's designed specifically like to counter the Kraken's flight mechanism, so then you can actually get him down. Because a lot of the times when you're using, I don't remember what the Maggie. When you're using Maggie and you're throwing traps on the ground, a lot of times the Kraken will just like fly past it.
And avoid them all
Oh,
entirely.
It's like whatever, or you blow him up with your AOE spells. So he just gets the chance to like just because he has like unlimited grenades.
Okay.
But like the effect doesn't stack, so you basically just unload grenades at the thing while it's
And
flying.
just one of them will pick him down.
Yeah, and you just hope for that. You just slowly drag him down. The second person that they released is the medic. I don't remember what she does, but she looks a lot like she looks like a kind of like urban, sort of apocalyptic medic lady. Like she looks like she's got like
some shit's happened to her.
yeah, like she's dressed in civilian clothing with just like a medic patch, and it's just like I'm going.
So her name's like Mad Maxine or something like that.
Yeah, she's just like
they're remaking Mad Max or something like that.
And the game's coming out
Yes.
too.
Oh, we have something else to talk about. We can talk about later. Ash.
Yes, we will.
Yes.
But hold on.
Yeah.
We're finishing Ethan's.
Sorry, go ahead,
news.
Ethan.
well, yeah. I'm just really interested in see what they do with the assault guy and the support. Because so far, like the support's a weird class. Because like the first guy that you unlock, his like support ability is like this massive nuke strike, which is fantastic to use when you can actually hit somebody with it.
Yeah.
a lot of the times I watch people just use it and it just drops a mile away from the monster. And then the second guy can drop sentry turrets. So he seems to have like the most diversity in his like skill set.
Yeah.
His arsenal, that's a good word. So I don't know what they're going to do with the third guy for them.
I can't remember. Does this second support have a shield? Can you shield people?
One of them
as
has a
second
shield.
support?
Yeah.
I know
The
first one
second
does.
support, I think, does have a shield, and then they both have cloak. But the thing
Yeah.
that changes is the missile strike and the sentry guns.
And so they're like tactical.
Yeah.
Like they're ultra, if you will. Like kind
Yeah,
of, yeah.
They're like good in all situations. Like you have a defensive move, you have an offensive move,
And you
and
have a
then
buff.
stealth.
Yeah. And
Stealth is pretty freaking amazing.
Yeah.
I had a game where I was like playing as, I think I was the Goliath, and I killed 3 of them, and the support was left, so I just started wrecking the reactor, and then I would just get shot in the ass by the guy once, which stops you. And I would run over there, and I turned the corner, and he was just gone. So I was like, yeah, okay. So I just walked back, started beating the reactor again, and he shot me again. So when I went back out there, I just chucked a boulder at the wall, and there he was. He just he was in the corner, invisible, waiting for me to go back inside. So I just like punched the shit out of him and killed him, so then I could finish killing the reactor.
And did I also hear there's going to be a 4th monster
Yeah,
as
you were
well?
talking about that earlier.
4 monsters, yeah. Unfortunately, the 4th monster is not available to you if you don't pre-order it. So
Which is a shame. We were
Or
talking
you could
about
probably buy it as a DLC later on, maybe, or something.
maybe,
if it's timed, maybe, but like,
but yeah,
no, that seems like
the
a strange
whole,
thing to do.
yeah, like I was looking up because I played the Evolve Alpha and I was like, yeah, this is my jam. I'm gonna be that monster, and I started looking up and it said, upon release, there's gonna be 3 monsters and a 4th one if you pre-order. So I was like, well, I have to fucking do that because I'm the monster. But yeah, it's just it's sort of sad to think that if you don't pre-order it, you're only gonna get like 75% of the possibilities that you could have as the monster. Like it's sort of a disadvantage to other players if I can like counterpick what the hunters are with that 4th creature.
Gotcha.
I mean, it seems like it's kind of a weird thing. When your pre-order stuff creates like disadvantageous things if you don't, like if someone doesn't have the chance to pre-order something. Like I know recently I found out with Master Chief Collection from certain stores you get certain skulls. Like GameStop had Bandana and Future Shop had Boom,
I guess
which
that's the
is
only way
weird
they
because
can
it's
really
in the
compete.
game already, right?
But
So
I guess it's the only way that those stores can compete with each other.
keep exclusivity.
But that's the thing though, is they should make the pre-order something that won't like mess with everybody. If you want to have a pre-order, have it like a thing that's like a skin or a special emblem or
Like
something.
BB
that,
Games made for Destiny, they gave you a sparrow skin.
yeah,
which
like
is
shit
fine,
like that,
completely
which
fine.
doesn't wreck
Something doesn't
everybody else's
change the level
experience with
between,
it.
yeah,
Okay,
and as
sure.
well like there are things like the Boom and Bandana skulls are in the game. Like you can collect them, and that's what bothers me. They're already there for you to get if you want to go get them, rather than I just pre-ordered it. Like
Yeah,
it
yeah.
seems like, and I can't even use it. Like I collected them both. I can't even use them because they're a pre-order thing, and it
sucks.
seems kind of like
I hate all video games.
Watch
Watch that 4th monster be absolute poop. It's just like awful. It's just
like
a
it's like
garbage.
this 2-foot tall gremlin thing. It can't even eat
As long as you
creatures.
don't get wet.
I heard it was going to be the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man.
Oh yeah,
bright white walking
he just
through
comes
the jungle.
tromping in. Yeah,
And
like
the team that's going after him is the Ghostbusters.
yes, I would buy that.
It's
right
all
there. I would buy
trappers.
that. I would buy that.
Song going through the whole.
ba-da-da-da-da.
All right, you know what? Strangely enough, talking about Ghostbusters, we do know that, of course, there is another Ghostbusters film coming out.
There's an all-women
with
cast.
With an all-female cast, which is
This could go
fantastic.
either way. honestly.
You know what? I don't care.
I'm hoping.
I will watch it.
I'm
you
hoping.
know.
Women in
Cause-
tight suits, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you right?
Yeah.
I mean,
Everyone.
what if they're just wearing
Talking about
janitor
crossing the
outfits like the
streams?
first guy?
But it's been such a long time since Ghostbusters was actually out. But now what's kind of interesting, too, is that they just announced, I think yesterday or the day before, that they're going to be making a new television show on Starz, that network. And it's going to be Ash versus the Evil Dead.
Yes.
With Bruce Campbell.
He's
going to
so
actually
old
star.
now.
It
He's-
doesn't matter.
It doesn't even matter. I'm so down.
What was the
I
last
want
thing
it.
you saw Bruce Campbell in? Do you remember?
Evil Dead 2? No, Army of Darkness.
Last thing I saw him in was Burn Notice, which is
Oh,
an
yeah.
American TV show, and he
Yeah.
was in that.
I
And
like
he
that
looked
show.
old in that,
That was
too.
a good show. That was a good show. Yeah.
I like that show.
The last movie I saw him in was Bubba Hotep,
Oh man,
which
it
was
was a great movie.
an odd but wonderful film.
Yeah,
But I'm totally stoked.
I am really
totally stoked for that.
I'm excited.
Because you know there's going to be a video game again after that.
The Evil Dead video game, not bad.
No, it was
there's
fun.
one part of the game that I was stuck on for like a week before I finally looked it up and was like, how the fuck do I finish this? The game spawns you in an area against a boss, and the thing that I didn't realize was the game spawns you in the area holding a shovel, which is one of your melee weapons. Didn't realize that it made me spawn using a shovel every time, but the point was that the dude spat giant shots at you and you just smack him in the air with a shovel back at him, like all
okay.
Legend of Zelda style. But the game, you've literally never done anything like that ever before in the entire game. The entire rest of the game was all about shotgunning things. So I would like sit there and shotgun them and nothing would happen.
Shotgun
No
them
damage.
With your what?
The boomstick.
With the
man.
boomstick.
With the boomstick. You know what's the best part of the boomstick in that game? Is they add the worst, like the weirdest fucking add-ons. So you start with like your regular boomstick and you walk up to zombies and be like, bam, you're dead now. And then you get to the point where you can launch dynamite out of it because, you know, that's how shotguns work.
Yeah.
If you stuff dynamite down the end of a shotgun barrel and just fire it, it'll shoot out.
It shoots
and
it like
then
a
explode.
And then light and explode.
It shoots like a potato cannon, right?
Yeah,
That's how guns work.
and then it'll blow up like all over the ground.
Wow.
Evil Dead, the TV show, the game.
Ethan, you sack.
Exactly. well, gentlemen, we are literally coming to the end here. We've covered most of the topics that we wanted to cover. However, this will be podcast number 2. We will be doing podcast 2.5 very shortly with a couple of other special guests. In the meantime, though, what we'll do is we'll discuss one other really important thing that we just actually started today on our website,
Which is Christian's love life.
Christian's Love Life. Now,
Christian.
We signed you up on Tinder.
And Grindr at the same time. We don't know what you're into.
We're not sure.
We just figured we'll cover all our bases.
I mean,
Exactly.
Asians.
I'll just go for the first one.
First person that replies.
It's a dude. It's gonna be a dude. I guarantee you.
All the message says is, I like your white hair, show me your ass.
does the
So
carpet
broken.
match
Those
the
hairs
drapes?
too.
Does the carpet match the drapes? Okay. No.
Pink.
Ouch.
I thought if there was actually a love website for Christian, wouldn't it be Christian's Mingles or whatever?
Christian's
Mingles.
My name is what you're looking for.
Yes. He just owns that site. Okay.
Everybody's looking for
Just like the religion.
So what we're going to talk about is
not the religion, clearly not.
But
and again, here at EPiC, we do more than just obviously talk about video games. And we actually also, of course, play a lot of offline stuff, offline games as well. And one that we have that's coming on very, very shortly will be starting up at the end of this month. November will be starting up on December the 1st is what we like to call EPiC Paranoia, the Assassin's game.
Super excited.
Yes,
Yeah.
you are super excited about it.
I poisoned the mic.
We do have somebody here who can
Oh, it's a bomb.
discuss this whole thing for us, but apparently she has laryngitis, which is, take some penicillin, that'll clear
Dude.
that right up.
I
Careful,
poisoned
you might
her
have already
throat.
been assassinated.
I poisoned her throat.
I'll come over and talk.
Oh, yeah?
Okay, all right. So
Okay.
she's going to come over.
All right.
Of course, it is Candor's, our
Move your
wonderful. I can't remember what you do again. Our managing editor. For
What do you do?
That female one.
That
We
girl.
have that
Oh,
girl.
that girl.
That's not
The
girl.
token,
Hey,
the token woman.
We said this last time, guys.
Yes, okay,
we
all
hit
right.
our quota of having a woman on the podcast every single time. We're 2 for 2 guys.
Yo,
It's all
yo,
good.
yo, we got this.
Okay,
And next
awesome.
time we have Gunner
All
Mike,
right,
so,
so
it'll be
let's
perfect.
let's listen to Candor's tell us all about the Assassin's game.
All right, so it's an assassin-y game. So essentially what ends up happening is you sign up online on the offline part of our website, and you're going to give me some of your information, and what I do is on December 1st, everyone who's been signed up to the group is actually going to get target information that I'm going to email or text you, depending on what you prefer, and essentially, you're going to go try and assassinate the guy. So assassinations include getting shot by a Nerf gun, getting a small dot of Sharpie drawn on your skin,
You
anything.
drop stab them.
Yo,
What?
like leap off a
Assassin's
rooftop.
Creed style.
If there's a hay bale, you're good.
Okay, just do it like loosely with a chopstick in your hand, and it's cool.
Oh yeah,
But yeah, you can do stuff like that.
a chopstick.
A chopstick.
Off a
you know.
3-floor building.
Not
That's gonna
a
be safe.
safe object, like
Yeah.
a bagel.
But you
It's
can,
like a bagel.
Immersion Season 3, Community Edition.
Bam.
but you can,
Six-pack of Krispy Kreme donuts.
but you can do stuff as well, like plant explosives or poison people's food, like adding hot sauce and stuff. And once they've been assassinated, you then take their assassination target. So essentially, it's a big, huge tournament of everyone trying to kill each other, and at the end of it, only one person's gonna be left.
That's
That would
me.
be the winner.
That's
and that'll
me.
be the winner.
No.
That's
No,
me.
you're gonna die.
And then-
I'm
and then-
gonna poison
Yes.
everybody.
And then,
No
and then,
one's safe.
and then as
Don't
the master
eat
assassin,
ever.
and then as the master assassin, I'm gonna give you the final contract of killing yourself.
I can poison myself.
Easy. I can do that really easy.
I'll do that right now. You think I won't?
Now this
Do
game,
it, you won't.
this game has actually existed for quite some time.
Yes.
It was originated, I think, in the mid '70s or so.
Yeah.
But it usually only gets played at various universities and colleges and those sorts of things. But
with
but
the
it is
CRT
nice
back in the
to
day.
bring it to Epic, and I've played it before myself. I've played it actually on the cruise ships that I used to work on with the crew members. It was a lot of fun. But it's great to bring it to Epic and to see how we're going to enjoy doing it. Now, mind you, if you don't live in Metro Vancouver, there's really no point in signing up because we're not going to travel to Saskatchewan
Do it.
to draw a Sharpie on your face. All right?
I'll do it. I'll do it.
Yeah.
I'll buy a plane ticket.
You'll fly.
As long as you give us keys to your house, then we're all good. Then
Yeah,
then it's all
Just-
good.
and
But
beer in the
otherwise,
fridge.
And buy us a plane ticket, please.
Yes, exactly.
Come kill me.
big sign on your house. Yeah.
So remember, everybody, we can be reached at www.evilpartnersincrime.com, and you can email us at evilpartnersincrime@gmail.com as well. Check out the site. Sign up for Assassins from myself, Jason.
Teddy, what's that?
Shamil Nigji.
Candace.
Double name.
Candace, Candace.
Yo.
No, hold on.
Yo.
Let's backtrack to what was the crime
Shout
of
out
the
to
day?
Lauren.
That's the crime of
I
the
don't
day.
know.
I was having the same first and last name. Candace.
Well done.
Yes.
Yo.
You are officially in jail.
I got this.
All right. Carrying on with our sign off, we have.
Joseph Groves.
Sir Ethan Gabriel Hunt.
Wow.
Christian.
Ethan's
can't do
brother's
anything.
laughing so hard he can't even say his own name.
Oh, and I'm that kid's brother.
Okay.
Close enough.
Excellent.
That's
All right,
me.
Once again, from myself, Jason, have a fantastic day, and we'll see you out and about. Thanks for playing.
Cheers.
Good. Family Feud.
Ethan, deep down,
I'm
you're
gonna-
not a monster.
All right, welcome back to Epic. That is, of course, Evil Partners in Crime, where the only crime is not peeing before entering a ranked online tournament. That's right. Always be prepared, my friend.
Why do I always laugh at every single one of these?
You already knew it's coming, and you still laugh
It's
at
still
it.
funny.
We wrote
It
it
is
like
funny.
20 minutes ago, and we've all sat here discussing it for
Yes.
the past little while, and then we just say it out loud, and you're like, that's the funniest thing I've heard all day.
Absolutely. All right, well,
Well,
folks,
somebody writes.
once again, my name is Jason Groves, and with me I have...
Joseph Groves.
Shamil Nigji.
Mitch Forcell.
Joey Lambertus.
That's right. Mitch and Joey are matching clothing couple of the day. That's right. They're both wearing exactly the same clothes. They are currently holding hands under the table, but we won't go into that because there's nothing wrong with that whatsoever. All right. Mitch is giving us a smirk there.
I just love to try and grab his hand.
So
and he
Mitch
just,
and
like,
Joey, of
waits
course,
there.
are Epic members, and of course, they have already signed up on our webpage, www.evilpartnersincrime.com. Make sure you do that as well. And today we're going to talk about preparation H. No, we're not going to do preparation. We will do preparing. So here's the question.
No one needs to know about hemorrhoids. Right?
Actually, what we'll do is we'll keep in score with what we typically do for every podcast when we have new members, right?
That's
Which
right.
is that we usually ask them what their gamer tag is and what the history, the story, the reasoning behind you choosing that particular name above all other names that you could possibly choose out there. So we're going to start with Mitch. Mitch, what is your current gamer tag, and why did you choose that one?
So my current gamer tag is ZeroBlade19. There's some underscores in there as well. So back and forth. Yeah.
Isn't the E a 3 as well?
He's also a 3. That's
It's a 3-row
So
blade.
what's the story there?
I grew up playing. Well, I was playing Counter-Strike for a while before I even got a PS3, and that's where I started.
Back in the day, good times.
So yeah, Counter-Strike. I was playing online, played with a lot of older people, and one of their names was ZeroBlade. So I kind of exactly copied their name. In short, yeah, that's what I don't know. I felt it kind of matched up with my style because I like to, in most games, run around with a knife and things of that sort. But I'm also a zero. So.
I don't think of you as a zero.
I am a zero, but yeah.
Hold on, I gotta play that violin a little bit louder.
So do you think he got like a PlayStation
loser.
and he was like, yeah, I'm gonna play PlayStation, and he tried to enter in his name and he was like, who the fuck stole my name? Are you kidding me? I wrote it out as Z3R underscore
I
blade.
did put in a 19 as well.
You
so
did.
That there's a story.
That
of
was
that.
all him.
That was all me.
So now Joey, Joey, you want to talk about your gamer tag, buddy?
Let's talk about your old one.
Yeah.
I mean, your
Okay.
older one's a lot more
There's
interesting.
a little history, right?
This falls back to when the PS3 first came out, sometime around Resident Evil 5. I got the gold edition. I was really stoked, right? So I never played online. So my friend's like, yeah, you gotta come play online with me. Now my best friend's name is Con, and I was over at his house one day. This was the day of I got the game. And, well, we like to be racist in our own house, or his own house, really. Now, I love Asians, I really do. But,
Preface, right?
Oh, I love. Where's the butt?
but we were really bad. We kept saying his name like Kanaponia and all that stupid stuff that kids do. So, and he was like can opener because he thought it was funny because can opener, same thing. So I went home without telling him, and my PSN name was Kanaponia. So then I'm like, for a year I was like, okay, I need to change it up. So then that led me to watching the movie Death Race, which I'm pretty sure all of you know. Yeah, one of my favorite movies. And
It's a good movie.
I screwed up on my name because you know how there's a guy named Machine Gun Joe or something like that?
Yeah.
Gunner Man Joe. I thought it was for the longest time. So my name was Gunner Man Joe 15. Then it led to me playing Splinter Cell Double Agent, me joining the clan CBK. So then I'm CBK underscore Gunner Man Joe 15. And then I got hacked, so now I'm CBK underscore Gunner Man Joe. And then something happened with that. Now I'm CBK underscore Gunner Man. And that's where it sticks up today.
That's a story in history. Like,
It
holy
really
crap.
is. I am a big deal.
Talk about running them
you
through.
can't-
Are you still racist?
Yes.
Maybe,
Yes.
no, of course not.
You take the exact
You grew up,
opposite.
right?
Racism law.
I just like that you took the exact opposite approach that most human beings take, which is, you know, to go like when their name gets messed up, they add more stuff to the end of it. You just kept removing things.
I didn't realize it
like-
until after.
So pretty soon it'll be Gunner Man.
just like
It'll be Man Joe.
It'll just be G.
It'll just be the
CBK
letter
Joe.
E.
CBK Joe.
E is already taken by E, the Val, the guy that works at Microsoft.
Oh, I hate that.
He
guy.
got one of the first gamer tags.
and he
His is just
and
E.
he just took E.
No, it's because it's Eric Newstetter. It's his thing. The
Alright.
vowel.
So we were talking about the fact that the crime today was not going to the bathroom before entering a ranked online tournament. Now,
Rookie
why
mistake.
is it funny? Why is it funny? Because we've all done it, and we know that it's a stupid thing to do, especially if other people are, what's the word I'm looking for? Relying upon your presence in an online tournament, and you have to stop to go to the bathroom. So we're going to talk about pre-game preparation. Like, what is it that you do every time you're about to sit down in front of a wonderful game, whatever it may be. So I'll start off. I'll give you guys a really simple thing here. Thanks for the masturbation sign there, Joey. Because if you can't get that tension out of your body
Hey, it's
before
about
you
that moment
play.
of clarity you get right after, right?
Yes, and the nap 15 minutes later.
Well, I mean, you just want to
So-
lay down and not move, and you're like, well, I want to keep using my hands for something.
Yes, exactly. Oh my goodness!
Gotta warm
If
up
there
my
was a
hands.
video game where all you had to do was move your hand up and down like this,
I'd win.
Joey would win.
Everything on the
Absolutely.
Wii.
You could,
everything,
everything
on the
heroes. Yeah.
Shake Weight Simulator.
Hold your Wii and shake it. Okay, all right. Now, my preparation pretty simple. I like to obviously go to the bathroom first, have a cigarette, and then what I usually have is I like to have a bottle of Pepsi. I don't usually eat snacks when I'm playing video games because it gets all greasy and stuff, and I don't really like that. But I definitely need a drink there alongside me, be it Pepsi or a coffee or a tea or something along those lines. I also want to make sure that I'm in a comfortable chair that I can see the television properly, because a lot of times if you're angled weird, it screws everything up. And then I'm usually ready to go. So I don't know. Joseph, what do you got? You got anything different in your prep?
No, I kind of just I do the same thing. It's sort of. I just grab a drink. I'm super half-assed about this, so I just I walk into the room and then I stand there for a moment, and then I walk into the kitchen, and then I walk into the room again, and then I walk into the kitchen, and then I'm I'm back in the living room. And I'm I'll play a video game, and then I lay down, and then I pick up a controller, and then I turn it on, and then I realize the TV's not set to the right component, and I stand up again and look around for the controller.
So you got early onset dementia is what you're saying.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I look around for that,
what I'm
and then
doing.
I pick up the TV remote, and I turn on the TV, and I put it down to get a drink, and then I come back and I forget where I put the TV remote down, because I always
So
put
he's the old one.
I always put it
Yeah.
the weirdest spot, I put it
Grandpa.
I'm
I put it,
organized and
4
prepared.
feet in the air above my head, and I can't see it, and I'm where did I put
I
that?
struggle with weird.
Yeah, no, I don't have to prep much, but everything always seems to interrupt me when I'm playing video games. The last time I got really badly interrupted, I was playing LOL, and if you know playing LOL or any kind of MOBA, you have to play for 45 minutes to an hour and a half straight with no stops, or your team fucking hates you. I had to stop because raccoons were attacking our cats on the balcony. I could see them. I opened up the chat and was excuse me, I gotta go beat a raccoon up with a broom. Give me a moment. And then leave and come back and be yeah, I wasn't kidding you. There was a fucking raccoon on my deck. And I went and smacked it with a broomstick, and now it's gone.
Okay, all right. Shamil, what about your prep?
For me, it's something similar. I'm always gonna have some sort of drink, water, pop, whatever. I gotta have that hydration. Obviously, go to the can if need be. I do like to have a snack, but something usually that's not dirty. If I'm gonna make myself a sandwich or something, or get one of the 7-Eleven sandwiches that I consistently eat all the fucking time. Because it's just something that you can just do in between a match. You're okay, take 3 bites, put it down, and I'll usually have a stack of napkins if I need it, anyways. And as for anything else, just kind of again, vision of the TV is definitely a thing. But I put myself in the most awkward position. I'm gonna have one leg on this side, and I'll be one leg hanging off, and I'll be leaning this way. For some reason, it seems I'm all right, cool. I'm not gonna fall asleep.
But you're
Well,
also
you're a
one of
complete
those.
liar.
You're also one of those guys who plays on a laptop at the same time you're playing
Yeah.
a console game. So
Yeah,
it's,
I
no
you're
wonder
correct.
you're twisted.
Your prep includes setting up a laptop to watch 17 videos on a playlist from YouTube while trying to play a game at the same time. My favorite part is I walk in and it's just it's all the time I can watch you playing a game, and then you just pause, stop, look down, rewind the video a minute because you actually want to see what happened in the video instead of just listening to it, and then you stare at the screen for a little bit, and then you decide that what you were looking at actually wasn't important at all, and then you look back at the TV, unpause the game, and start playing again.
Well,
and then you immediately pause it again and look back at the video wait.
Multitasking is a thing.
Yes.
Sometimes
You
as
play
well. Music as well. Definitely, if I'm really getting into something, if I'm not focusing on something else, gotta have some sort of music in the background to not exactly adrenaline, but just kind of get something going so you can listen to it as you go.
I just like to think of the fact that you play video games 3 seconds at a time.
Yeah,
Yeah, exactly. All right, Mitch.
Do it for
What
the
do you,
vine.
Mitch, what's your prep? What's your prep like?
Always gotta have a drink. Mostly Gatorade, sometimes
Yeah.
some water, vitamin water, whatever it is. Anything that goes down, anything cold.
So Joey,
No.
Okay.
Wow.
Oh, that's awkward.
Joey.
That was rude.
Oh, me?
Yeah.
That's really awkward. I don't know how you guys found with that, but usually just a drink and I'm good to go.
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
really it.
I thought it was just a Snapchat too, because you always need to send a
Yeah,
Snapchat
you do.
that you're playing video games. Sup guys, here's my face.
They don't need to know that.
I'm playing COD right now, guys.
It's a secret good luck pre-game snap.
Yeah, pre-game Snapchat.
And I end
at
up
least
always
they're not
doing
dick
good.
snaps, alright?
So it's my good luck snap.
I like to take them during the game as well.
Yeah, it's always fun.
Most of your cat, like most.
Yeah. My cat's adorable. I
Game
like it.
snaps.
A couple podcasts back, we were giving our impressions on Call of Duty, the new Advanced Warfare. So, Joey, what did you think of it so far? Are you enjoying the game? Are you enjoying the online? Are you frustrated? What's happening?
I love it. It's a great game. I personally think it's much better than Ghost because I didn't really play it. But the one thing that needs to stop is the camping and online. Like, this game is not... I don't think it's made for camping. It's not. You're meant to jump around like a fucking kangaroo.
Like the EXO, right? Like
Yeah.
it's meant for you to actually.
Yeah, not to camp in a freaking corner. You're meant to jump around like a kangaroo and get some kills.
Well, what about what map is it where those guys they found that little sneaky thing where they
Horizon.
Where they can
Yeah,
hide
that
in the
little
elevator.
thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're playing search and destroy against these guys, right? Where they should be out doing what they need to do, working for the objective. And where are they? There's 3 of them jammed in this little fucking room that you can't get that.
Because you can't shoot into it, but they can shoot out of it with no problem.
Yeah.
Like, I've shot at them like a full clip and hit them with 1 bullet, and I watched the kill cam and it did like maybe a quarter of the damage a regular bullet does.
Some guy knows something in regards to that, because when I was playing the other day, I went into it just to see if I could get into the damn thing, and I figured out how, so that was kind of cool. But somebody was shooting me through the back wall and was actually doing pretty bad damage on me. So there is a way of doing it. How exactly, I don't know. I'd like to find out. So if anybody happens to know what that little glitch is, then please, throw it in the comments, and then that way we can
Glitch breakers. Let's go.
We can do some glitch breaking. That's for sure.
Yeah. Have you seen the whole thing about the whole, like you were talking about the movement, the EXO movement and everything like that? All first-person shooters are doing that now. A lot of them actually. It was first Titanfall who was doing that kind of EXO climbability and sprint on the walls and jump around or whatever.
Yeah.
The jetpack, so cool.
AW is doing it now.
Yeah,
and
Advanced Warfare.
Halo 5.
Halo
5 has got that
Destiny's
coming up.
and Halo 5 has got the exact same gameplay, pretty much. It is jump, double jump, dodge to the side,
and ledge climbing technology.
Ledge climbing, and you can jump, and you can aim
That's
down
literally what
sights
they
and
said,
cover,
though.
and you can do the same thing that you can do in COD Advanced Warfare, where you can jump up in the air and then ground slam and kill somebody. Except in Halo, they made it actually possible to do really easily, because you can hop up in the air, use it, and it goes a big glowing circle on the ground where you're going to land and kill somebody.
It's kind of like Thor's ability from Smite.
Yeah.
Well, Destiny does that too with the Titans, right? You jump up in the air, you do the ground slam.
Everything's gone for, instead of like...
It must be some kind of thing to do with the fact that the new consoles, right? They have the ability of being able to
I don't think
maybe do that, and everybody caught on to it. They're like, oh, that looks cool.
I don't think that's it. I just think they've realized that the old gameplay styles are getting worn out,
and they're trying to do something new.
They're
all trying
so
at
it's
once.
how do we make a shooter more open, and how do we do that and make it easier? And they're like, add the easiest way to do it without actually having to add a lot is just add height.
Yeah,
to it.
I suppose.
And everyone's trying it at once, which is the...
Okay, well, Mitch, what did you think of Advanced Warfare? I know you've been playing quite a lot of it.
Yeah. I'm almost through Prestige already. So
wow.
I enjoy it. There's things that frustrate me about it. Like, I don't know. I feel like the assault rifles are really overpowered compared to submachine guns.
We've had you rage quit a couple times.
Oh, once or twice.
Really? Who's counting?
No, it's like you're sitting there, you come up behind somebody, put 4 bullets into the back with a submachine gun. They just turn around, shoot 1 or 2 bullets into you with an assault rifle, and you're done. And I'm just like, wait a minute. And I watch the kill count, and I just freak out. I'm like, that's some serious bullshit.
It seems like they do have a lot of balancing to do. I mean, it is the first week, 2 weeks of the game, but still, I mean, even Destiny took their fucking shit ass time with it as well, with some of their stuff now.
Their shit ass time.
Shit ass time. Me
Very
words
well
could
played.
be very English.
Very well played.
Even Destiny took their sweet time with it, so maybe COD's just having a little bit of trouble or something. I don't know.
There's a few other
I'm
things.
sure they've got it coming in the next couple.
Well, speaking of which, I mean, again, obviously that's a new game, and we've all been experimenting with the new games. I mean, Destiny for me, started playing it, stopped playing it, came back to it, starting to like it more, right?
Yeah, definitely.
NHL 15, same sort of thing. First started
They
playing
still
it,
have a lot of work to do with
hated
that.
it. Now I've come back to it, starting to enjoy it a little bit more, right? You know, now they're starting to add the proper things.
Now we can play playoffs.
Now with the new games, of course, we also know that Joey here, Gunnerman, has had played and finished The Evil Within, which was a game that we were all very interested in. And hoping to borrow from you very soon so we can actually play it ourselves. But what's your impressions on The Evil Within? Like, how long did it take you to finish the game?
Oh. I think it was 12 to 13 hours.
Yeah.
In-game time?
Yeah.
And I died in the whole campaign. I died 111 times.
What difficulty do you have?
That's more times than I've died in 3 worlds.
I don't know. I always do it on like medium.
Medium, yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like, and this is you just going straight through the game.
Yeah,
like looking around for stuff.
I didn't really look around just because I just played the game for the story.
That seems
that's
like
really
a solid
it.
time.
And I tried so hard to finish it. It's the longest it's taken me, honestly, to beat a game, like for
just
a campaign.
From start to finish, just
like it's always like Spec Ops. I think it's called The Line.
Yeah.
That is, I don't want to go off into anything else, but
spoil
that is my favorite game of all time for campaign. But regardless,
campaign.
Yeah, campaign.
Yes.
The campaign's
Not
amazing.
That's what he said.
That's what I heard. Yeah.
Oh, well, that's my bad.
Anyways.
But anyways, the game Evil
still play
Within,
that game.
it's definitely new for me because I'm not much into horror games. Like I played Outlast and Silent Hill, and it's pretty good, but this game's not as scary as Silent Hill. But
well, was it jump scares or kind of psychological?
there was one part that really fucked me up in the head. like there's this grudge-looking girl that just comes out of nowhere in this big blood pile. It scared the shit out of me.
Very, very, very graphic kind of game.
Yeah, and it just starts running at you, and bullets don't affect it. You need to kill it with like fire and some stupid shit. It's really hard. That woman killed me like 50 times.
Game, right?
Yeah, I enjoyed the game. It was either I was really tempting to buy the new GTA 5 for the PS4. Mm-hmm. It was either that or get Evil Within, and I was there. I was like, screw it, I'll try something new, and I got it. And now I'm waiting to get GTA 5 later.
Well, see, the reason when we on our side, I decided instead of getting the Evil Within because I knew that you had just picked it up, that I would go and get Alien Isolation.
Yeah.
Right. Which I haven't finished that either.
Fucking game.
Oh my god, it's so hard.
It is. It's really super hard. But if you want to borrow that, then you need to bring the Evil Within over here.
We'll do a little trick.
We'll do a little swap there. And then you can try.
Speaking of which, how have you guys liked Alien Isolation?
I loved it. I mean, I'm enjoying the shit out of it. But I just, like I said, I've got 1,700 games on the go, and I don't finish any.
I know that feeling.
And it just.
Yeah.
It's like you guys bring in a new one, and you're just like, oh, look what we got. And I'm like, oh, God, Advanced Warfare. Let me put the 17 other games I'm in the middle of aside, and let me play that.
Yeah.
I don't mean to cut you off, but I was in the exact same pickle. November is such
huge for games.
Such a huge month for games. Like today, I had to pick up Little Big Planet 3, GTA 5, and Far Cry 4, which I got to play.
And I picked up Dragon Age. I picked up Dragon Age.
No, I didn't do. I'm not
There's
about that.
multiplayer
I
Dragon
canceled GTA and I canceled Little Big Planet because I won't have time, and I still gotta put a hold on Call of Duty for a bit because I'm playing Far Cry 4.
Yeah.
And
crazy.
Poor you.
Yeah.
Poor me.
First world problem.
Tough life.
Now you said that the game scared you, and there's lots of games that have actually. I know that me personally, I love horror games. It's one of my all-time favorite things. And so let's just do a little quick ring around the table here, just to see what you think is actually the scariest game you guys have played. Right. So I'm gonna say Fatal Frame.
So good.
If you've never heard of it, please look it up. It's absolutely
great game.
It's crazy, and it's like Fatal Frame 6 is now coming out. I think
there's a new one coming.
Yeah, there's a new one coming out. I will be getting that.
So
absolutely,
stoked
because they're actually going to put it on the PlayStation 4.
Yeah.
So that should be pretty unbelievable. So Fatal Frame, absolutely phenomenal game to play. Joseph, what is your scariest game you've played so far?
I think it was Silent Hill 1 for the PlayStation 1. I played that game, and that was the only game that ever made me just want to stop playing because I was too freaked out to keep playing. All I remember was I got to the point where I was heading towards the school and everything got dark, and I was just like, nah. I was just like, it's 1 a.m. I don't want to play this anymore.
I'm gonna go to sleep.
Yeah, I'll wake up.
No sleeping.
No.
I'll wake up at 11 a.m. and then from 11 a.m. I'll play it when it's bright outside, and I don't have to deal with the fact that these stupid pink flesh dogs keep jumping in my face.
Yeah. Oh wow. Shamil.
For me, definitely like Amnesia is a huge one. This is extremely one of the first one as opposed to Machine for Pigs. Not that great, but Amnesia is definitely one that scared the crap out of me. And on consoles, Fear, first encounter Assault Recon, because I played that in a giant empty house at like 2 a.m. during winter, and there's just like nothing's going on. I'm by myself. There are sounds, and it's got a couple jump scary kind of things. I'm just like, oh my god, I'm gonna get attacked right now, because you've got like Alma like crawling around and shit. I'm like, I'm just gonna like lower in my seat here. But yeah, Amnesia and Fear, definitely some scary games.
Very cool, Mitch.
I haven't played a lot of scary games because, easily put, I'm a bit of a pussy.
Self-deprecation again, man.
I don't know. Probably, I don't know, Bioshock.
What scared you?
Bioshock 1 scared me. Like,
Bioshock.
you turn around and there's somebody right behind you, and they're
That
wearing...
was
That was
the
the
part
one
that made
part,
me go,
yeah.
"Oh." Actually, we invited Mitch over one night, and we were like, "Oh, Mitch, let's play this game. I got Outlast, and I haven't beaten it yet. Let's get Mitch to play it, because it's like I've never seen you play a horror game. I have no idea how you act." And you were like, "No, I don't really wanna." And I was like, "Do it." And you're like, "No, I don't know about a scary game, guys." And then he started playing it. Like, they convinced him to do it, and he started playing it, and he got about 20 minutes in to the part where you can actually die, the first part where you can actually die, and where you have to turn on all the generators in the room. And he literally, like, I think he sprinted around, ran to the enemy, and just sprinted straight at a wall, and just sprinted into the wall until he died. Like, screaming at the top of his lungs, like, ah, and then died.
I think I kept Daddy up all night.
Yeah, I remember this because I was upstairs trying to sleep, and all I heard was, and at first I thought it was Ethan was over, actually, because, you know, he screams like a girl too. So, but nevertheless, it wasn't him. So Joey, Evil Within, was that the scariest?
No, honest, no. I think it's not really out yet, but it's a game called P.T. aka
Playable
Silent Hill.
Yeah.
I just
Silent
got
Hill suck.
crazy
Silent Hill
scary.
suck. 'Cause
I
we
just
put
love
the S
that
on it.
because
Yeah.
I played it. Okay, so my dad showed me it. He was like, "Hey, check this out." Showed me somebody playing PT. Showed me the end of it, and it was all like, "Oh, Silent Hills," and I was like, "Oh my god!" And we had skipped through the whole thing, so I was like, "I wonder what this actual game is like." So I went. We found out it was free on PS4, downloaded it, started playing it, scared the shit out of us, and I immediately texted texted you, going, "Hey, Gutterman, there's a game called PT. It's not listed anywhere on the PS4. Just
You gotta search
play it.
Search it up and play it." And you were like, "Why? What is it?" And I was like, "It's like a demo for a game. It's pretty cool." And you were like, "Okay."
Okay.
And then I got a Snapchat from you like 3 days later of just you standing there, and I could see Lisa 3 feet in front of you, and you just Snapchat, and you're just like, "I'm not fucking playing this anymore."
I remember that.
Now, what's interesting, of course, is the fact that Silent Hill is has already had 2 films released based on the video game itself, the original game, right? They're now talking about how they're going to film it again and put a new storyline, probably going to be coinciding, obviously, with the new game. Right? Why not? Guillermo del Toro is involved in it.
Del Toro and
Hideo Kojima.
Kojima, which is
Kojima.
going to be like, I mean, because Metal Gear Solid, right? They're movies in themselves.
I know.
It's going to be
absolutely
Norman
fantastic.
Reedus is your main character, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, amen.
Yeah.
Amen.
So it's gonna be something
That's a
fantastic,
perfect man.
that's for sure. My mother, who actually is a huge horror nut. She loves Stephen King and scary movies and all that sort of stuff, right? Her favorite video game is Doom, like the original Doom, which scared the shit out of her, right? I mean, it scared the shit out of me when I played it for the first time
When
too,
you're
way back
like
in
a
the
kid,
day.
right? Yeah.
But the funny part about it is I think that she will actually play Silent Hill because it has Norman Reedus in it, because she has like the craziest like lady
Obsession. Yeah.
Forearm or
Yeah,
whatever.
we all like him. He's a good-looking man. I mean,
you know what? I'm not gay, but I'd do him. But
Yeah.
anyways,
No.
I'll allow it.
I'd even let him do me. But where I'm getting at with this is that there's a whole new slew of movies that are coming up that are based on video games, right? So I've got a little bit of a list here, just the ones that kind of piqued our interest. We'll just go through them here and see if you knew that these were going to actually happen or not. Uncharted will be a film. They've already written the script for it. They've already casted people in it. They're ready to go with that one. So I don't know if they're actually filming it yet or not.
They haven't started yet.
Yeah, they haven't started the filming yet. The Last of Us is going to be done. Which
Oh,
is,
amen.
Yeah,
It's gonna be
I know.
beautiful.
So
It's
good.
gonna be beautiful.
It's going to be absolutely
Very,
amazing.
very story heavy games.
Yeah.
As long as they don't get Ellen Page to play Ellie.
That
Yeah.
would be the biggest.
But you know what?
Yeah.
Maybe that would let her shut up about the
Yeah.
whole thing.
Yeah, but she'd have to play a 15-year-old non-lesbian girl or
Yeah.
something. Or no, actually, it's hard to tell. Ellie could have been
A lesbian, yeah.
I mean, there's not very many people around anymore.
And she has to take what she gets.
Yeah, and her best
There's
friend.
there was her
and
best
love
friend.
that and all that kind of stuff.
Mm.
All right, she definitely wasn't racist, not like Joey.
Mm.
All right,
Wow.
so
Zing.
okay, so then we got that. Then we got Dead Rising, which
That one's
is
being filmed locally.
Yeah,
It's going to be here in Vancouver.
It's filming in Vancouver. Another one that's being filmed in Vancouver, so to speak, will actually being produced in Vancouver is Ratchet and Clank.
Yeah.
Yep.
Wow.
So
That's a local studio. They're also doing Sly Cooper as well.
Sly Cooper. I heard that one as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, that they're going to be
Tomb
doing
Raider?
that.
That's a reboot coming in the next couple of
Tomb
years.
Raiders, yeah, the reboot's going to be coming as well. You've also got some really interesting ones here. With, of course, Uncharted and The Last of Us, you've got Assassin's Creed, the movie.
Which they
will be
keep
pretty
saying they're gonna do repeatedly, and then they've been announcing it for like 2 years. But
They said Fassbender was going to play Ezio.
yeah.
Which is, I want Altair. Like, really, come on. Give me some Altair action, man.
It'd be pretty cool. I think Fassbender, he's
a great
He's
actor,
great in
yeah.
anything he ever does. He's like the modern day, what's his nuts? I totally lost his name.
you're supposed to be the old one.
Daniel Day-Lewis.
Damn.
Sir Daniel Day-Lewis. He recently got knighted.
That actually hurt thinking of that. Okay, all right. But here are the coolest ones. And I'm just going to say them fast because, you know, I don't really think there needs to be much discussion about them. Tetris, Asteroids, and Minecraft. Those will all be films in the near future.
I'm still down for Tetris if they do a good job of it. You know.
What are they going to do?
I don't know. That's what I'm excited about.
What do you mean do a good job? What do you
Just-
do?
it just needs to be
It's
good,
a
man.
game where you stack blocks. Like how
There could be some sort of like Russian conspiracy behind it all. Like I don't.
Minecraft, I could see being a movie, being an animated movie.
Yeah.
Right? You know, I could see that. I couldn't see them doing a live action version of it.
That would be
Live
costly.
action,
like-
Extremely costly.
Yeah,
though.
exactly. Right?
Wouldn't make any sense.
Asteroids
to
is
be
going to
ugly
run the
sticks.
same gamut
Armageddon.
as fucking Battleship. You
Ugh.
know,
Oh, God.
because it's
Good
going to
Lord.
have some asteroids in it. They're going to call it asteroids. It'll be one guy zinging in a circle shooting asteroids. Woo! You can watch 90 minutes of that and pay $16.
Well, watch them
No
just.
thanks.
It's just be gameplay footage. They're just playing the game. It's
Yeah.
just some dude playing asteroids. That's it.
And,
Either
and at
way.
one point he gets really mad and it's just like, fuck this. And
So-
He goes and blows up an asteroid.
Now our time is almost up, boys, but we're gonna talk about one other thing here. Now, there's other video games out there, obviously, that are some of our all-time favorites. Real quickly, name a video game that you want to see actually made into a movie. Joey.
Spec Ops: The Line.
Spec Ops: The Line.
Oh, wow.
Ooh,
That would be a great movie.
yeah.
that could be pretty good.
Like,
I gotta go with Bioshock.
You're gonna go with Bioshock? They've been
Yeah.
talking about it
Yeah.
for a bajillion years.
That would be wonderful.
Hopefully one day they'll actually do it.
I'm cheating and I'm taking two. Mass Effect and Dragon Age. BioWare, get on it. Let's go.
Okay. All right, Joseph.
That wouldn't really work.
Yes, it
You
would.
know, Multi,
Yes,
multi choices. It just doesn't.
No, just the story. Just about like
Oh,
in the world. It'd be good.
I had one a second ago and then I just lost it because
Because you're stupid?
I forgot about it. What was I gonna say?
Oh, let's see who's
My
got
brain
going.
just went to like Dead Space, but that's not what I wanted to think of.
I thought Dead Space.
L.A. Noir. That's
LA
what I
Noir.
wanted to be a
Okay.
movie.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That would be
Alright.
really cool.
That'd be interesting.
Well, I'm
No,
gonna.
but how would they do it with all the choices and stuff,
There are
Joe?
no choices.
There are plenty of choices.
There actually are a lot of
You can
choices.
Simmer
fuck
down,
up your
the two of
entire
you.
thing and fuck up the whole
Alright,
case.
so I'm going to say the one that you all forgot to mention, which I think would be a fantastic old time Western movie, Red Dead Redemption.
Yes.
That would be
Okay,
awesome.
I'd be down.
Yes.
Just get like.
Clint Eastwood.
I was gonna say Clint Eastwood, but no. I
Someone
would think
younger
like
than me?
Harrison Ford.
Yeah, Yeah.
It's still too old. Too
Yeah.
old.
Still
yeah,
too
yeah,
old.
yeah. He's too
John
old.
Marston's
John-
really old though.
Yeah.
Yeah,
John
but,
Kinda.
Marston's like
yeah, but he's not in his 60s. He's in
no,
his
he's
like
like
50s.
Yeah.
Right? So, you know what it would have to be? It would have to be Ben Affleck with a beard.
Okay, maybe or China.
Why is
Tatum.
everyone doing
guy
this
that's
for
slit
shit
your throat
now?
that plays
right now.
Wolverine.
Good look. Hugh Jackman? Yeah.
Jackman.
Hugh
That
Jackman
could
would be
work.
good.
That could
think
work
that
As
was-
long as he doesn't sing in it,
He
he'll
was
be fine.
Yeah,
He'll be fine.
that's
for
a
sure.
deal breaker.
All right. Well, once
Deal
again,
breaker.
everybody, thank you so much for joining us here at EPiC, our podcast. And you can, of course, listen to our next one. It will be available on our website, www.evilpartnersincrime.com. You can be reached via email, evilpartnersincrime@gmail.com. For myself, Jason.
Joseph.
Shamil.
Mitchie.
Joey.
All right. Have yourself a wonderful evening, folks, and we'll catch you next time. Bye, everybody. Goodbye.
Ooh, Celine Dion.
What?
Did you say Celine Dion?
Maybe.
What the fuck kind of outro is that?
I'm gonna slap you in the face.
GG.